Hey guys, what's up? It's me, John Avenger, once again, and this is welcome to another '90s or all that month. And this is a movie from 1990 that it chokes me up every time I watch this movie now because I recently watched it and I'm like, wow, this movie was a huge part of my childhood and it's aged very well. And the fact that there's a lot of talent in this movie that's no longer with us, and that is the Jetsons, the movie. Yeah, this is the animated Jetsons movie that came out in 1990 in the summer of that year. Was the voice acting was done before it in the 80s, and this is a treasure of mine. Movie is very personal to me because I saw this as a kid and I loved it, and I still love it as an adult. There's a lot of voice actors in this movie that are no longer with us. You have George O'Hanlon, who did the voice of George Jetson in the original cartoon. This is the last thing he did before he passed away. You have Penny Singleton, the voice of Jane Jetson. She passed away, I believe, in the 2000s. You have Mel Blanc, the greatest voice actor to ever live, to ever do voices in animation. The voice of Bugs Bunny, the voice of Daffy Duck, the voice of so many legendary cartoon characters. He did Mr. Spacely, and he did this before he passed away. You have the original voice of Scooby Doo, Don Messick. He does Astro, the dog, in the of the Jetsons, and he passed away a couple years after this. You have Hanna Barbera, the creators of this wonderful franchise. William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, they put everything into this movie. Everything. They put every single penny that they had in their budget, every single voice actor that they can get, every single color that you see on screen. All the animation is just stunning. And I miss both of them. They both have passed away. You have well, the voice of Elroy is still around. You have Dana Hill, who does the voice of the robot Rudy to uh Teddy too. She did the voice of Max in Goof Troop and Tom from the Tom and Jerry movie, and she passed away in the mid '90s. I mean, so many talented people that worked on this movie were so good and so epic, and I miss them all dearly. George Hanlon, he made sure that this was a final performance that you will remember, and I do. And I miss him. He was a great voice actor. I want to see what else he's done, because he did everything that he could to make this performance memorable, and he does. And Mel Blanc, yeah, I love that man. That man he's an inspiration to me. I love every single voice that he's done in my childhood. Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and the voice of Dino. Just so many voices, and he kills it as Mr. Spacely. Um, you also have Russie Taylor. She does the voice of the blue. Um, Fergie is like a blue abominable snowman. And just this film hits me hard because the soundtrack, Tiffany does the soundtrack in this movie, and her singing is amazing. I love everything that she sings in this movie. Everything. That the song "I Always Come and See You Again." I heard that song on YouTube like 10 times, and I cry every time because she's singing from deep within her soul, and I love it. I love the song "Home." At the end of this movie, I heard it and I was in tears. I was like, "Wow, that's how you end a franchise. That's how you give everything into this movie." And just thinking about this movie is making me cry because wow, just Universal. This movie's 88 minutes long. Well, it's about 82 minutes long. It's short. I wish it was a little bit more added to it because I think they probably had to cut a lot because Georgia Hanlon, as soon as he did his voice acting, he passed away, and it's sad, man. It's really sad. I know he died a long time ago. This was dedicated in his memory and Mel Blanc because they passed away right after this release, and I just love this movie. This is an amazing animated movie that was not done by Disney. I love the voice cast. I love the animation. It's got early CG for when they go to the intergalactic garden of states. The plot is very simple that George has to get a new job working at the orbited or asteroid with Mr. Spacely. And he has to basically press a button and that's it. And he has to move with his family over there. And their drilling is the plant that they open over there is drilling into the homes of these little creatures called the grungies. They're very, very cute. They remind me of the Ewoks from Return of the Jedi. And basically, they have to stop it. It's basically kind of an environmental movie, but it works. And this is an amazing movie. I don't know why the critics said this movie is bad. I will never understand that. This movie affects me. I have a lot of nostalgia for this movie. It's the best Jetsons movie they could have done. If they do a new one, I would like to see it, but CGI animated or even hand drawn, but it won't top this. It can't, because this was made by top notch people. And the fact that we lost half of the people that worked on this movie, it's just very sad. And I know I'm coming off as emotional, but it affects me because I love this movie so much, and it was a passion project. This was not just made for money, like half of the reboots nowadays. This was Hanna Barbera saying, "We want to give you the best Jetsons movie we can give you," and they succeeded. It's not a cash grab; it's a passion project. The money is on the screen, the talent is on the screen. Everything in this movie that works. And some people said that Tiffany sucked as Judy Jetson. I disagree. I think her acting's fine. She gives she gives some emotion to Judy. They give Judy a new boyfriend in the movie. He could have been in the film a lot longer. Apollo Blue, and it's just a beautifully animated movie. Just a lot of the sequences with the songs and everything. It just fits really. There's early rap, but it's not like forced in there. It's only for a few seconds. I like the robots in the film. It's just a great animated movie. I cannot stress that enough. I love this movie. And George O'Halloran, rest in peace, sir. Mel Blanc, rest in peace. Don Messick, rest in peace. Uh, Penny Singleton, rest in peace. The voice of Rosie, she also did the voice of Wilma in the Flintstones. Rest in peace as well. You will all be missed. You guys give me everything you had in this, and I know a bunch of them did some work afterwards, but then they passed away a few years later. And man, we lost a lot of people that worked for Hanna Barbera. They were just amazing. They brought magic to the screen. They were a part of my childhood. They will always be a part of my childhood. I love the sci-fi aspect of this franchise. I love the cartoon. So when I saw this movie, it was right up my alley. It's funny, it's heartfelt, and the performances will be ones you will remember for the rest of your life. And I would highly recommend this movie. It says a fun, loving flick that will appeal to all ages. I agree. I love this movie. I will show this to my kids in the future if I have any kids, or I would just show it to anybody because this film it touches at the heartstrings because it's exactly what you need in cinema, especially nowadays. And it's hand drawn animation. It's not a CGI movie. There is some CGI, like I said, but this is an amazing movie. I love every frame of this movie. I would call it a masterpiece, but it should have been a little bit longer, maybe 10 minutes longer. Like 90 minutes wouldn't have killed me, but just everything that went into this film is pure gold, and I cannot say anything bad about it besides the running time because it's nearly flawless. It's a great freaking movie. I will put right up there in my top 50 animated movies, along with films done by Disney or Pixar, DreamWorks, or Illumination Studios, or anything, just anything that they do now. In the last 30 years, this is one of the best animated films I've ever seen. I love this movie. The passion that was brought into this film, you could tell when it's your final dance, you got to give it all you got. That way, people will remember you forever. And this movie succeeds in that. And just the soundtrack just makes me cry. Well, not all of it, just most of the songs from Tiffany because she can sing. I wish she could come back and sing in another movie again because I miss her. And I think she's amazing. I don't call her a has been because this movie was 26 years ago and it still holds up. And the soundtrack is still touches at your heartstrings because her singing is passionate. You can tell that she sang her heart out in that movie. And I love it. I would love to get the soundtrack for this because it's just amazing. And the Jetsons movie, it holds a place in my heart, and I will love it forever. Thank you, George O'Hanlon. Thank you, Mel Blanc. Thank you, Penny Singleton. Thank you, Hanna Barbera. Thank you, Don Messick. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this. This I will treasure forever. And I got it at Target for $5. So great deal. I don't have to show this in my next DVD update, but I just had to talk about this movie because it hits me hard and I will always treasure it forever. So thanks guys for watching. I know there was it seemed like I was kind of emotional in this. Well, when I want to express myself, I go on here on YouTube and I let you guys know about it because films like this do not get made every day. And with such a great group of people that worked on it, I will love it forever because of that. But anyway, thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. On a lighter note, the next video will be a lot lighter. It'll be another '90s film. And thanks for watching. I could not do this without you guys. Thanks a lot for that, and thanks for accepting me here on YouTube because a lot of people get shut down, but I'm here to stay, and I'm gonna keep doing these videos for you guys because I would be nothing without you. I'd be a guy talking on camera, wasting his time, but I don't do that. I'm gonna give you guys grade A entertainment when I can because YouTube is full of a lot of sorrow and just fakes and posers, but I'm not one of them. I'm here and I'm here to stay. So take care, guys, and I will see you in the next one.